Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wyld. Today we are talking about reasons you should unassign from an order. A lot of drivers hesitate to unassign from orders because they're afraid of hurting their completion rate or missing out on earnings, but sometimes unassigning before you pick it up is among the smartest moves you can make. It can save you from wasted time, messy handoffs, poor ratings, and even wrongful deactivations. That said, some drivers swing far the other way and become very trigger happy with unassigning, bailing on orders at the first sign of inconvenience, and that kind of behavior can backfire, leading to inconsistent earnings, completion rate issues, and fewer strong opportunities from the app. The key is to find balance between being strategic and being reactionary. Know when to walk away for the right reasons, and not simply just because it's not perfect. So in this video, we are talking about the realistic reasons you should unassign from an order, how it actually is for gig workers, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain and is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over is very market to market and case by case. What applies to me and my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. Customer red flags you shouldn't ignore. Some problems don't show up until after you accept. Pay attention to how the customer communicates or just doesn't communicate, because these early signs can tell you a lot about how a delivery might go. Are you actually gonna deliver my order? These customers start off with the accusation of disrespect and is a sign of potential conflict, low ratings, or false complaints down the line. Also, these customers may have a high base rate because those drivers were declining a lot, or even they saw it and they unassigned from the order. So that could be why the base rate is that high. Vague or sketchy delivery instructions, or know your area. This encapsulates a lot of things between just call me when you get here, incomplete addresses, or unclear meeting points can all be red flags. If it's a confusing or unsafe area, use your knowledge of your market to decide whether it's worth continuing. Sometimes it is. I live in an area where I do a lot of deliveries on the beach, and sometimes those orders actually make sense because I know the beach area. But sometimes it's more about they want you to call when you get there because they're not okay with giving you a door code or something, because it's a rough area, and because it's a rough area, they don't want to give you the necessary information to complete the order other than just leaving it at the apartment complex front door at that point. Meanwhile, they wanted you to deliver it all the way upstairs, or they wanted to come down, one or the other. Regardless, unassigning before pickup is safer than getting stuck in a bad situation later. I know on Uber Eats, that's not exactly as easy to accomplish, but nevertheless, if you can do it, that is why you need to learn your area and your customer base as much as possible. Being overly vague or refusing communication entirely, blank notes, ignored messages, radio silence is especially common in apartment complexes or orders that have PIN numbers on it. They're classic time wasters. Just start the in-app timer as soon as it's allowed to create a paper trail. If they don't respond, it's usually better to unassign early than to risk your completion rate on a ghost order. Not to mention, they always have the same excuse or very similar excuses.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was in the shower.
Like, who dropped you on your head as a child to make you think that going into the shower after ordering food is a good idea? Not to mention, every time I see them, it's amazing how dry they look. Like, for someone who just hopped out of the shower to collect your food, you seem pretty dry, huh? Over messaging early on. Customers who bombard you with instructions the moment you accept an order, location updates, or where are you? Where are you? Where are you messages before you even pick up an order are often hypercritical and controlling. I have made videos on this specifically before. These are the people that are most likely to leave you poor ratings, tip bait, even wrongful complaints that could hurt your account. Like if I wanted somebody this needy on my ass, I would start dating again. I don't need my customers to treat me like that. I don't need my customers to start micromanaging me now. Immediate hostility or accusations. If a customer starts the conversation aggressively, accusing you of stealing, questioning your route, demanding proof, don't even engage. They're not worth the air they breathe. Don't even waste yours. Unassign before the pickup and report them as unsafe through the app. A lot of these apps are getting particular about that now. And once flagged, you usually won't get paired with them again. Sometimes you will. I know a lot of these apps say that, but then they'll immediately pair you with them again. Make sure you keep a paper trail of them claiming they're doing that as well. Restaurants that are a time sink. Some restaurants are just consistently bad for offers. Long prep times, poor communications, or zero regard for your schedule. If you arrive, then see a crowd of waiting drivers or waiting customers, missing orders, disorganization, it's smarter to just unassign and put them on a no-go list. Then lose 20 plus minutes of your time dealing with the most worthless people in the country. Standing around for an hour because the restaurant isn't ready doesn't make you patient. It tells the algorithm and the restaurant that you're willing to be disrespected. And once you show that kind of tolerance, you'll keep getting that same kind of treatment. The algorithm learns you'll accept long prep times, and restaurants learn you'll wait no matter how poorly they handle their orders. No matter how bad they are at their job, they're willing to waste your time. Tolerating disrespect only invites more of it. Other common restaurant side issues that justify unassigning early include, but is not limited to, prep time suddenly spiking. Like after you arrive, it's 5 minutes, then it's 10 to 20 minutes, then it's 35 minutes. Red Lobster did that to me recently because they couldn't bake bread. The merchant runs out of certain items, forcing delays while they contact the customer or make substitutions. Or the restaurant is just straight up irresponsible. This is probably the most common of them all. Some merchants don't even start the order until you arrive. Sometimes they forget to turn on the tablet. They don't see the order. They just straight lie to you saying it's going to be 5 minutes, but it's been 5 minutes 10 minutes ago. It's still 5 minutes. This is not your problem to solve. Standing around while they figure it out wastes your time and rewards their shitty behavior. If it's clear that they're not taking the order seriously, unassign and move on. Wasting your time is not worth it. Unassigning early sets a clear boundary that signals your time has value and you won't enable bad behavior from either side. When something just feels off. Look, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm this almighty person that knows every situation about the gig economy. Quite frankly, I'm not. Not every situation can be explained with clear bullet points or policy references. Sometimes you get a delivery that just you got a bad feeling about it. Maybe it's the way the customer's interacting with you. Maybe it's the vibe at the pickup location. Maybe it's something about the delivery instructions that just doesn't sit right with you. These moments are important for you to pay attention to. While not every uneasy feeling is worth unassigning for, recognizing and noting that feeling matters. Over time, experienced drivers will learn to trust their instincts. Often those gut reactions are picking up on subtle cues that you can't just easily put into words. If the feeling is strong and you genuinely believe the situation could be problematic, it's okay to just unassign and move on. And if you decide to proceed, at least you mentally flagged it, so you're extra alert. Your intuition is a tool. Don't ignore it just because it's not on the script. Final thoughts. Unassigning isn't quitting. It's being strategic. It's the key to spot red flags early. Trust your judgment and make decisions that protect your time, your earnings, your ratings, and your account. It's also about maintaining respect for yourself as a driver. When you tolerate disrespectful treatment from customers, merchants, or the system, you're signaling that your time and boundaries don't matter. Unassigning at the right time isn't just tactical. It's a way to set clear expectations for how you are to be treated. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. Check out my website, drivenwyld.com, if you would like to learn more about some of the nuances of the gig economy today. Also, if you would like to stay in the know on things happening in the gig economy today, make sure to check out the Gone Wild live clips and podcast, where we take the live streams that we hold on YouTube and Rumble and cut them down into more digestible clips, have them posted there. And check out my Patreon for exclusive clips that can't be posted to YouTube and full live stream replays you can't find anywhere else. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.